new habits are hard to form.
Mm.
What can we do to make it easier to create new habits?
Well, there's an idea called external rewards, and the pigeon experiment is a real classic of that.
Yep.
So what you've got is you've got a pigeon in a cage, and it pecks on a disc on the edge of the cage, and the little feeder that receives the reward is underneath. So the pigeon pecks once, the seed falls out, and it's rewarded for the pecking by the seed. And so that just goes on, and it learns a habit by that direct reward. And so if you stop the seed coming out, what happens is that the pigeon doesn't see any point in pecking anymore.
Yeah, it's like a fortnightly paycheck that doesn't come through.
It doesn't come through. And so, you know, cells that start to fire apart, wire apart, as opposed to the ones that are consistent.
Yeah.
Now, if we have a 2-peck and then a reward, that's like a fortnightly paycheck. And so that's your reward. If you don't mind pecking away at your job without being paid, that's fine. Most people don't. So what they do is once the reward of a pay every 2 weeks stops, they usually stop because they're not being paid for fair work. And so that's what happens there again in that peck seed. Now, the next level up is we have a random cage reward system where the pigeon pecks randomly and it never knows when the seed's going to come out. So it might come out after the 7th peck. The 2nd peck, it might get 2 seeds. Whoa! And then later on, it might come out after the 15th. And then the gap gets wider and wider. And the pigeon has learnt that it never knows when a peck will deliver seed.
And it never gives up.
It never gives up.
That's crazy, isn't it?
And this is psychology's greatest, contribution to the gambling industry. In particular, the poker machines. You never know. But you can hear in the room, someone's got something and my turn might be next. But that's how the addiction forms. The reward is random.
And these are rewards that come, they're almost like bribes in a way. You do this good thing and you will get that result. So I could use that to form new habits, but I don't like the idea of the random addiction very much.
And in terms of your own habits, you could set up something like, I will have a honey toast after I've exercised, or something like that. You reward yourself. So every time you do something, you give yourself a pat on the back or something like that.